we're going to get to the recording. It sounds as though reporters from a local affiliate there are sort of plotting against Joe Miller, the Tea Party-backed candidate in Alaska. Carl Cameron is following the developments from across the newsroom. Carl, tell us about this voicemail and what it contains.
Well, this is a really remarkable story, and it's almost typical of what happens in the final few days of a campaign. And frankly, we're not exactly sure what the authenticity of this is and exactly what's at stake. But Sarah Palin, the Alaska former governor, former vice presidential candidate, and somebody who has put a tremendous amount of effort in for Joe Miller in this U.S. Senate race up there, and who has complained about the Anchorage and the Alaska media and what she refers to as the lamestream media, too often trying to undo her when she was governor of Alaska and tamper with American electoral politics, weighed in on Fox News Sunday this morning. Let's start with Sarah Palin's take on this voicemail story.
I am saying, and we have it on tape, that CBS reporters in the affiliate up there in Alaska on tape are saying, let's find a child molester in the crowd as a supporter for Joe Miller. Let's blast that. Let's concoct a Ron Paul moment there. Let's find any kind of chaos so that we can tweet an alert saying, ooh, there was chaos. Joe Miller got punched or vice. That's sick. Those are corrupt bastards, Chris. That's what is wrong with the media today when they have their chosen one.
Very, very tough stuff from Sarah Palin. Again, this not coming from a political campaign, but allegedly attributed to KTVA, the CBS affiliate in Anchorage, Alaska. We cannot verify that yet. I've called out to the station. I talked to one staffer. The staffer said that first it was too early in the morning. It's 8 o'clock there now, but it was about an hour ago that I spoke to them. And the staffer said, it's too early in the morning. Then said, well, listen, I was up late last night on Halloween. I'm not going to comment, and gave me a number for the general manager, but we haven't gotten through for a reaction or comment. The allegation is that a TV reporter called up Randy DeSoto, who is the spokesman for the Miller campaign, left a message and then failed to hang up the cell phone. And as a consequence, Randy DeSoto, the Miller campaign's spokesperson's phone, recorded a subsequent conversation that wasn't supposed to be recorded. Listen to this.
Oh, yeah, we could see Joe Miller's list of people, campaign workers, which one's the left there.
You know, I don't know. I keep one of them here, right?
Exactly. You're buying that one.
And the one thing we can do, well, we won't know, but if there's any sort of chaos whatsoever, we can put out a Twitter and Facebook alert saying, you know, what the new season is. Hey, Joe Miller clenched at rally. It's kind of like grandpa. I like that. That's a good one.
Now, what we've been told is that upon listening to that, the Miller campaign actually called back KTVA and asked about it and received in response a text message from one of the staffers who acknowledged that that was a mistake and that the cell phone didn't hang up. We have not been able to confirm it, nor have we been able to listen to the entirety of the message before the conversation that wasn't supposed to be recorded. Again, this is not coming, as far as we can tell, from any particular campaign. This would appear to be reporters discussing a way of covering the story, noodling ideas, and suggesting evidently, apparently, that they would go through the list of the guests or the attendees at a Miller event, cross-reference that, hoping that a member of the public, a walk-in to listen to a political event, might have in fact had a record as a sexual offender or a sexual predator. All to discredit by association the political candidate, in this case Joe Miller. The idea that any candidate should be blamed for who might walk in off the street or that reporters would dig up that is pretty extraordinary 3 days before what is obviously the biggest midterm that we've seen in a long, long time in this country.
Yeah, and obviously one of the reasons that journalists, people in our line of work, are held in pretty low esteem by the general public. Any reaction yet from the Miller campaign?
The Miller campaign, Sarah Palin, Republicans are outraged, infuriated, and as you just said, John, this is potentially a black eye for the media in general and for viewers and for voters. It is important to note that there is a reason they call the last 3 weeks of a presidential campaign, a congressional campaign, or a dog catcher's race, the silly season. This kind of stuff comes out. It is often a measure of desperation. It's generally speaking, from campaigns and candidates, not from the media. That's what makes this so potentially remarkable.
All right, Carl Cameron, stay on it for us. Thanks.